What's going on, y'all? So, black people, you want to gain privilege in your life? You want to snatch generational wealth into your pocket? Congratulations, I have a solution. Now, I know everyone's worried about the COVID thing or whatever, but it's okay, okay? That's just a temporary problem. I have a permanent solution to your life. Now, if you're a white person and you're listening to this, it's okay. You can take every word that I'm saying too, okay? But I'm specifically talking to the black people right now, okay? Look how serious I am. I have a whole microphone in my hand. So what is the solution to solving generational wealth? The answer? Bitcoin. But wait, I thought Bitcoin was that nerdy money that went crazy in 2017, but then crashed like 2 seconds later. First of all, I guess you're right. But it's okay, okay? Bitcoin is going to make you more money than any other asset in recent memory. So I'm going to break this down really quickly. So if you have here, you better listen to me. Bitcoin is digital money that's written on a real world database. Okay, so anytime Bitcoin is bought or sold, aka traded, is written permanently on this database. This means that it can never be hacked. Bitcoin acts exactly like a tsunami. At first, everything's calm, the shoreline comes back, and then you wait a few minutes, and then the waves just come and crash and slap you up and down, okay? What is the version of when Bitcoin becomes calm? That is what is called the halvening event. The crazy part is when everyone comes and FOMOs into it, just like it happened in 2017, and your mama and your sister and your auntie and them were talking about it. Every 10 minutes, anyone with a computer can solve a really difficult math problem. Whoever solves this math problem first is awarded with 12 Bitcoin. All right, so this 12 Bitcoin award was chopped in half to about 6 Bitcoin on May 11th, 2020. When this happened, this made Bitcoin more scarce. When something's more scarce, its value dramatically increases. Now, this scarcity will not be realized until sometime next year. The people that help solve these computer problems, and it can be anyone in the world, are called miners, okay? So, can Bitcoin be destroyed? No, it cannot be destroyed. Bitcoin is written on multiple nodes all over the world. If a country tries to block that node, other countries will pick up the slack. So, number one, as long as you keep your password safe, it is impossible to hack you. Number two, it's impossible for the government to garnish it away from you. I know that sounds crazy, but that's just the way it is. Number three, it cannot be counterfeit because every single time that it's bought or sold is written permanently on that database, like I said last time. It's like the air you breathe. Nobody owns it and anyone can get it anytime they want. But yo, I can't afford it. That shit like $9,000. I ain't got that type of money. It's all good. You can buy small pieces of it as small as $1. Yemi, Auntie Falake lives 5,000 miles away. You expect me to trek across the ocean to just give her small money? If you don't shut that your stinking mouth. Uncle, relax. You can send Bitcoin to anyone no matter how far away they are within minutes for only like 0.01%. That's a lot cheaper than Western Union. But can't like miners keep printing it forever and ever? Kind of like what the Federal Reserve does. Like, isn't that just gonna cause inflation? No, only 21 million Bitcoin will ever be made. I mean, I get what you're saying, but it's not like backed by anything. It's not backed by gold. It's just backed by like your imagination. Well, buddy, guess what else is backed by just your imagination? The US dollar. The only thing that strengthens the dollar is your imagination, my imagination, and the US government's imagination. We all agree that it's worth something. In fact, it's not even backed by gold. It was taken off of gold by that crazy dude, Nixon, that just ran away in a helicopter 50 years ago. It's backed by nothing. But it's so hard to learn. It's gonna take forever. Shut up. I'm teaching you right now. And in fact, it's going to be in the description or it's going to be in my bio. So just look it up. Stop complaining. Damn, you're right. But it already passed in 2017. So like, isn't it too late to get into it? No, it's not. Watch this video.
This one time, Bitcoin went from 6 cents all the way to 36 cents. And then it crashed down to 21 cents. And then another time, Bitcoin went all the way to Bitcoin went all the way to $1,100 and then it crashed all the way to $239. So the moral of the story is don't buy Bitcoin because you know it's going to crash again.
A lot of people are like, okay, Ben, I hear you. So is it really that big of a deal though? Do a real simple Google search. You'll find out that Bitcoin developers are making $250,000 a year. And these are people with only like 1 year experience, 2 years experience, but it's not a big deal though. Millionaires are writing a password to their Bitcoin accounts on a piece of paper, taking that piece of paper, putting it inside of a mountain in the Swiss Alps with security guards guarded around it 24/7. But it's not that big of a deal. Famous people, like the first investor on Snapchat, like the owner of the Golden State Warriors, okay? Like the executives of Facebook, famous people in the software industry are saying that it's gonna go from the current price of $9,000 to hundreds of thousands of dollars in the next 4 or 5 years. One of them said that it's gonna be worth $1 million in the next 5 years. But it ain't a big deal though, it's just nothing. Weinstone Energy built a $150 million Bitcoin mining facility with enough energy to power both DC and Salt Lake City at the same time. Okay? 7-Eleven, CVS, Rite Aid are all gonna have 20,000 Bitcoin ATMs where you can put cash in and get Bitcoin out. Okay? A book called Bitcoin in Black America, written by Isaiah Jackson, came out a couple of years ago. It became the #2 best-selling book during this epidemic. Listen, this stuff is getting crazy, but at least we're not at the point yet where companies like Microsoft will read your brain and then see if you're paying attention to a commercial or not and pay you whether or not you read that commercial. Kind of like in that Black Mirror episode. At least we're not there yet. Oh my God, we are there right now. But yeah, it's not a big deal. If you're thinking that you'd rather invest in things like Facebook that's doubled in profits in the last 5 years, or Amazon that's grown 5 times in value in the last 5 years, you could totally do that. Or you can invest in Bitcoin that has grown 3,000% during those same 5 years. 3,000. It's not that cryptocurrency is better, it's that it's not even in the same league. It'll be kind of like LeBron James battling against Ashy Larry from the Chappelle Show. Alright, nigga, damn, you proved your point. Okay, fine. How do I invest and how do I make money? How much money will I make, actually? Don't worry, I got you. I have a more detailed explanation in the bio or the description, okay? So look at this. In 2013, during the first halving, the price went from $12 to about $12,000 a year later. Then it crashed. The second halving in 2017, it went from $650 to almost $20,000. That's when everyone went crazy. A year and a half later. Now, every single expert that's in this space agrees the worst case scenario, the price will go from $8,500 at the halving in May to $85,000 in the middle of 2022. And that's the latest. It could actually happen like this time next year, June of 2021. That's an increase of 1,000%. That's the worst case scenario. They're actually estimating that it's going to increase in value by 15 times. That means if you're making minimum wage and you can only put $5 a day, in the next 2 years, you have $37,000 in cash. If you invest crazy like me, okay, and you invest $15 a day, it means you'll have $100,000 in cash in a year or 2. I don't think this will happen. I know it will, okay? Now, imagine how many people you can help with that. So should you skip most fun things and use that money for Bitcoin? Yes. Should you ignore all your other investments and just invest in crypto? Yes. Should you, if you're a young person, take almost your entire life savings, and if you don't have any dependents, if you don't have any kids that you need to take care of first, if you're going to take most of your life savings and put it in Bitcoin, yes, you should. I know y'all looking at me like, this nigga done lost his whole mind. It's normal for you to act that way the same way people were acting like this in 1994.
That little mark with the A and then the ring around it?
At?
See, that's what I said. Katie said she thought it was about.
Yeah. Oh.
But I'd never heard it. I'd never heard it said. I'd always seen the mark, but never heard it said. And then it sounded stupid when I said it. Violence at NBC.
I heard around big fight in the lunchroom the other week.
There it is. Violence at NBC. GE.com. I mean,
well, Allison should know.
What is internet anyway?
Internet is that
massive computer
Right.
network.
The one that's becoming really big now.
What do you mean? That's big. How does one? What do you write to it like mail?
No, a lot of people use it and communicate. I guess they can communicate with NBC writers and producers. Allison, can you explain what internet is?
Why am I telling you guys this if I don't gain anything from it? Okay? Listen, I've been studying this for years. I've been studying this since about 2015, but I really got into it in like 2017. Okay? And if I eat, you guys are gotta eat. What's the point of me finding a gold mine? And inside that gold mine, there's the cure to cancer. And inside that cure to cancer, there's chicken nuggets. And inside those chicken nuggets, there's unlimited orgasms. Like if I don't share it with other people. What's the point? Rich people are already connecting Africans to Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining. Bill Gates is pledging $1.4 million to create an African blockchain. Jack Dorsey, the creator of Twitter, will be investing and creating startups in African countries like Ghana, like Ethiopia, where you can mine for Bitcoin. Does it sound familiar? Listen, I know it's not going to be unethical. I'm sure it's going to be great. It's going to be legal. But we need to be the leaders of our own future, okay? If the future is already being created, we need to control our own future. That's why I'm giving y'all a free game right now. I honestly feel like that character in the beginning of a horror movie where, like that Invisible Man movie. Remember the white woman? It's almost as if the ghost came up to her and was like, your left titty is crooked. And her response was like, oh my God, that must be my imagination. No, it's not your imagination. It's an invisible man. It's a ghost. He's gonna kill you. Wake up. I don't want to hear no shoulda, coulda, wouldas a year or two from now. I'm leading horses to water. Y'all have to drink the damn water. I'm giving y'all this information. You need to research it. Look at the Bible. Look at the description. I'm giving you details. I'm talking about this right now. It doesn't benefit me. If after a bunch of research and you watch videos and you read my bio and you don't invest in this, I'm gonna beat your ass. If you don't invest in this, I'm gonna beat your ass. If you don't invest in this, I'm gonna beat your ass. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. Let's get this money.